بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. So welcome everyone to this live stream. It's just another wake up late, being bored, nothing interesting to talk about. So I thought I'd come online and see if there's anyone about that wants to chat. So what am I doing? As usual, I'll probably go to look at a propaganda page to see what we're being expected to think about. Screen share. What am I going to share? I'm going to share this page here. Okay, present to everyone. Here we go. Let's see. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. How are you, Kilowatt? I'm glad you're glad I'm on. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're on too. How's it going? Anything interesting to talk about? What have you been up to today? Okay. So here on this screen, what's being talked about? Or what are we being expected to think? Hold on. What's this? Khashoggi offered tea before he was killed in Saudi Arabia. So this is a topic we talked about before, about what really happened. Was the order for his execution given by Mohammed bin Salman, or was it a CIA fakery? Anyway, let's see. Jamal Khashoggi, first of all, let's see where this news is coming from. Megan White of the Evening Standard. Jamal Khashoggi was offered a cup of tea at the Saudi embassy before he was drugged and dismembered, according to new information from officials. Oh, by the way, Kilowatt, if you want to come on, I'll send you the link. There you go. Whoever wants to join, just click the button. All right, so what did that page say? An anonymous Western intelligence official told the Washington Post. So we have an anonymous Western intelligence, okay, where Mr. Khashoggi was a columnist. That secret recording, let me start again. An anonymous Western intelligence official told the Washington Post, where Mr. Khashoggi was a columnist, that secret recordings captured the Saudi murder squad discussing their plans in detail. The 59-year-old journalist was reportedly offered tea, but replied yes with an edge in his voice that made it clear that he sensed that this ritual act of politeness presaged something sinister. Big up Dean over Dunya. Assalamu alaikum, brother. Mr. Khashoggi left Saudi Arabia for the US in 2017, but visited the embassy in Istanbul on October the 2nd to collect paperwork for his upcoming marriage. So this photograph, I believe, is of Khashoggi's son, looking at Mohammed bin Salman. I don't know. What impression do you get from his face? I don't know what to make of that. Look at his hand. It's very weird. I mean, imagine your father was killed and you had to go and meet this guy. Would you go and meet him? Could you do anything else? Very awkward. Mystery has surrounded the death of the writer, who was an outspoken critic of the kingdom's government, and statements as to what happened have been inconsistent. The Post reported that Mr. Khashoggi seems to have believed that he was going to be drugged and abducted, but that the Saudi team brought a syringe packed with enough sedative to be lethal. They added, the rest of the recording suggests there was no intent to take Khashoggi alive, multiple officials said. It captures the writer gasping for air in a physical struggle that gives way to silence. The horror resumes with the sound of an electric motor, presumably a saw that a special member of the team, a crime scene expert from the Saudi Ministry of Interior, used to dismember Khashoggi's body. Turkey is working with other countries to carry the investigation into Mr. Khashoggi's to the United Nations, Foreign Minister Mevlut Cavusoglu said on Monday. He made the comments during a news conference in Tunis, alongside his Tunisian counterpart, and called on Saudi Arabia to share its findings on the case with the international community. 21 people have been detained in connection with the killing and 5 senior Saudi officials removed from their jobs. Mr. Khashoggi was named Person of the Year in Time magazine earlier this month. That's not a joke, is it? He was named Person of the Year earlier this month by Time magazine. Okay. Along with 3 other journalists and a newspaper. What is this Time Person of the Year? Shall we have a look? Okay, let's go to Time Person of the Year. it's not even a joke, is it? It's actually real. He was I don't know. Okay, where is the website? Time. No, let's have a look at this. What is this Time Person of the Year? Okay, Person of the Year 2018. Person of the Year. Okay, come on, get to it. Oh, Dino Vidunia, click the link if you want to join the Hangout, by the way. It's there in the chat. Person of the Year 2018. All right, so do I have to click something? What do I have to do on this page? Well, this is an article about Jamal Khashoggi. Oh, Jamal Khashoggi, Person of the Year. I'm confused, mate. Who was voted Person of the Year? Was it Khashoggi or Mohammed bin Salman? He put in the field reporting he had done since youth. In the newspaper editorship he was forced out of, and in the columns he wrote from lonely exile. Must we choose? He asked in the Washington Post in May between moving. Okay, come on. They were both awarded Person of the Year. This is a bit confusing. Let's see. Let's click this one. Okay, so Time Person of the Year 2018, Jamal Khashoggi cover. All right. So it was Khashoggi who was Person of the Year. What did the article say over here? Yeah, okay, my bad. I thought they said Mr. Mohammed bin Salman was voted Person of the Year. It was Khashoggi who was. That makes sense. Prince Salman was on the front cover too. Well, let's go back to Google. Maybe there's... Okay. Isn't it annoying? Every time you go to a website, you get this nonsense that comes out about cookies, and it's just... Iqbal Saeed, Mr. Madkhali. Wa alaikum salam, Iqbal Saeed. Kilowatt. maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, maybe you're right. BTS, is that the K-pop band? They're in the top spot for Person of the Year. Has it been announced who the Person of the Year is already, or is it? Oh, are we waiting? December the 11th. So it was announced. Okay. Don't see any real information about it. To be honest, who really cares what Person of the Year is or means? Etwal Saeed says, "Where are you? My Hidra's still waiting." I was told you could do Hydra to Birmingham. That's what somebody said earlier. Okay, that page didn't work too well. Have you seen this website? It's for news about Saudi Arabia and expats in that country. Who's on the front page? President Trump. Turkey says US team coming to discuss Syria troops withdrawal. Yeah, did you hear the news? There's no such thing as IS anymore. They've been defeated, according to President Trump. The announcement shocked global partners and American politicians alike. US troops will leave under the auspices of a new Pentagon chief set to start next month. UN ceasefire monitor head visits Hodeida Airport. Where's Hodeida anyway? I've heard of that. I don't know where it is. Must be Yemen. Oh, so is there also a ceasefire in Yemen? So Syria stops and Yemen stops at the same time. Is that what's going on? Houthis committed more than 138 violations since ceasefire deal. So there is a ceasefire in Yemen. Okay. Okay. Yep. So this paper is called Arab News, and if you look at all these people who give an opinion, not I'm not sure how. Well, it looks like there's one person who might be a Saudi. Opinion. Do we care about people's opinion? Yeah, oil went from no, forget that. Interesting. All right, let's look at Saudi Arabian news. Saudi Arabia's first robot gets its first job at government entity. That's a PC link, React. PM me the mobile. Dude, I don't know how to do that. Let me see. I'll see if I can find a way to do that. What's your email address? If you type your email address, I'll send you the link. Anyway, get back to this page. Arab news. So a robot got a job at the in the Saudi government. Do you think it had to write a CV and submit it to HR and then go for a job interview? Saudi Arabia's first robot gets its first job at government entity. The robot attended its first meeting on Sunday morning at the Technical Vocational Training Corporation. Yeah, who is writing this stuff? I don't get it. The robot will contribute to serving customers through an electronic evaluation system. Iqbal Saeed says, name me some scholars you follow. Dino Vidunya. I think he's talking to you, mate. Tell him some scholars that you follow. Iqbal Saeed, do you follow scholars? Why don't you tell us which scholars you follow? And why do you care? What difference does it make to your life knowing what scholars I follow? Give me a good reason. Give me some reason, some effect it's going to have on your life knowing which scholars I follow. All right. A man shakes hands with a humanoid robot. What's a humanoid robot? I guess a robot resembling a human in shape, I suppose. During the International Conference on Humanoid Robots in Madrid. Okay. Iqbal Saeed says, Omar Mullah. That's your sheikh, yeah? I don't know who that is anyway, never heard of him. Jeddah. Saudi Arabia's first robot employee started work at one of the kingdom's government entities and has been handed its job ID as well as its required functions. Wait, I want to see the name of the journalist who wrote this. I wonder if it was written by a robot. Look, it's an anonymous article. It just says Arab News. Is there a journalist who wrote this? They got a photograph from Reuters, but it's an unnamed author for the article. Absolute trash. Disgrace to journalism. Who wrote this? Nonsense. You call this a newspaper? So, Saudi Arabia's first robot gets its first job at government entity. Yeah. Show us a video of this new government employee. I wonder if it's got a LinkedIn profile. Hi, I'm Saudi Robot. I have a PhD. I went to primary school in Southwest London. I then went to secondary school. I got my first job on as a Saturday job in Oxford Street. How's that? Get out of here. Saudi Arabia's first robot gets a job. Written by nobody. Saudi female. Who's to say we could take anything on this website seriously? It looks quite, professional, like a green sheet. Get out of here. Put on a Dawla Nasheed. What's a Dawla? Oh, Dawla Nasheed. Yeah. Okay, give me one. I'll see if I can put it on. Saudi female surgeon leads operation to remove rare liver tumor. Okay. So they have female surgeons in Saudi Arabia. Okay, interesting. Yeah, look at that. Not very nice. A medical team of surgeons in Saudi Arabia. And look, another article written by nobody. So a medical team of surgeons in Saudi Arabia. So this is a team of surgeons led by a female surgeon, Hanan Al-Ghamdi, have successfully removed a liver tumor weighing more than 2 kilograms. Okay, the complex surgery was conducted at a specialist hospital in Khobar, eastern Saudi Arabia. Al-Ghamdi was quoted by local press saying the surgery was successful and that the patient was discharged from hospital in good health and without any complications. All right. Why is that news? Was there a robot involved in that as well? I don't know. Oh, gosh. They're probably all scared to leave their names. Yeah, maybe. Maybe the articles get written in India. They outsource everything in Saudi, especially after Khashoggi. Yeah, true. I can imagine them dismembering the robot if it steps out of line. Yeah, Jeddah Airport Customs foil 5 attempts to smuggle drugs into Saudi Arabia. Okay, just 5? Only 5 attempts got foiled. Okay. Riyadh prepares for second IoT exhibition in February. there's something you want me to click, let me know. Tanzanian conjoined twins separated in Riyadh. Tanzanian conjoined twins separated in Riyadh. Okay, that's interesting. Perhaps. Let's see what that's about. Jeddah, the separation surgery of Tanzanian conjoined twins Anisha and Milanese has been successful, said Dr. Abdullah Rabi'a. Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah, brother Imtiaz. No particular topic, but you're welcome to join me on the panel if you like. The link is up here somewhere. I'll get it for you. Although somebody earlier said they couldn't use it because they need a mobile link. I'm not sure how to get a mobile link for the chat. I'm just going to check the message, if there's a message from the brother. There with me. Okay. Add people. All right, Dean over Dunya, I've just tried to add you to the chat. Let's see if you received the message. If so, you're welcome to join. Okay. Bear with me. Just trying to get used to this technology. There we go. Ah, you're in, Dean over Dunya.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. You good?
Good, bro. How you doing? Yeah, good, bro.
Yeah. Ziriyab. What's happening, bruv?
Today,
Okay.
on my
Yeah.
first time on the, what is that, Go Live Media channel. The first question I got asked is what was the first question that the most asked me? Who are the scholars you follow? The first question. Second, and then all of a sudden, I'm a Madkhali. My bro, you don't even know me. All of a sudden, all these accusations.
Who asked you what scholars you follow?
I was one of them mods, Mr. H or
Oh,
something.
not on the panel. It was on the side chat.
Yeah, because the guy, what's his name, Go Live, he was like reading a book, and then one of the mods, he's like, "Tell me which scholars you follow." And
I
it's
went
like,
on to
okay,
I went to Go Live's panel earlier this evening. I didn't want to cause any trouble. I just went on the panel. Yeah, that was it.
yeah.
And then he booted me. I enjoy getting booted by him. It's fine. I got no issue with that.
Yeah, what was he saying about? I think the other guy, Abu Mujahid or something. He said, "Oh, because he tried joining, he's like, oh, I don't like backstabbers."
Is it? I don't know, mate.
Uh, yeah,
I don't. I didn't stay for long. I just joined. I went maybe once or twice this evening onto his channel.
it's just fun to play around with these guys, man.
Yeah, man. Okay. So Ziryab is having difficulty joining the Hangout. It looks like. Let's see. He sent a message on Hangout.
Just tell him to send his
Let me see
Ziri.
if
I've
I
sent
can
you an
add him.
email, and he can add you manually. Did you hear what happened in Morocco?
In Morocco? No. What happened?
Apparently, there was a lady, I think she was a foreigner. She went into these one of these rural areas in
Mm-hmm.
Morocco. These two guys, they basically like beheaded her, ISIS guys. They said that she wasn't wearing hijab,
Yeah,
so they
yeah,
killed
yeah.
her.
Okay, you believe
So
that?
I don't know. That's what I heard.
You heard where?
My brothers actually, I don't really go much on media and stuff, so they're always on websites and media stuff. So I heard that, so I was like, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a
Uh,
bit odd that they know everything, the full story. That you know what I mean. They said that they've been caught and stuff, and their photos and stuff, all out and stuff. But Allahu
Yeah.
alam how credible the sources, man. Nowadays, just like Sheikh Muqbil says, if you want to trust the liars, then listen to the media. You know what I mean? So we don't know, man.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so I've got no idea about that story, how or where it came from. So just trying to see if I could sort out this how to send an invitation to Ziryab. I've got a message from him, but how do I add him? I'll tell you what. Send me
Killer Walt was saying apparently
your
BBC
email.
must be true then.
Sorry, Kilowatt is saying it.
It was on BBC, so it must be true, right?
If it's on the BBC, it must be true. Yeah.
Must be.
Oh, is it front page news, Kilowatt? We'll go to check out the BBC page soon, inshallah.
Who's this?
Academic Screeching says, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, who is
Merry
he?
Christmas to you, Academic Screeching. Did you hear what I said? All right. BBC do have some hack lads. Yeah, some. I agree. Some. Okay. Let's see what else is on this. Oh, did you see the article I was reading earlier where they said Saudi
About the
Arabia?
robot.
Yeah, they gave a job to a robot.
Yeah,
The
what
first
is this
robot
madness?
to be given a job in government.
I wonder who did the interview.
Exactly.
Probably another robot.
Who wrote the CV?
I wonder, like, who the references would have been.
Yeah. You got Saudi Shura Council speaker arrives in Cairo. That's news, right? Somebody arrives in Cairo. Okay, let's see. There must be some special talks happening in Cairo. What's going on in Cairo?
Yeah.
Jeddah. Saudi Shura Council speaker Sheikh Abdullah Mohammed Al Sheikh. Oh, for the Go Live followers out there, they keep referring to a letter written by Muhammad ibn Ibrahim Al Sheikh.
Mm-hmm.
So this individual here, Dr. Abdullah ibn Muhammad Al Sheikh, he is the son of that Sheikh. Okay. This man here, he is the son of Muhammad ibn Ibrahim. And so he's a Saudi Shura Council speaker. Do you know what Shura Council is?
Yeah.
So he arrived in Cairo on Monday. He was visiting Egypt on the invitation of Dr. Ali Abdel Al Sayyid Ahmed, Speaker of the Egyptian House of Representatives. The Saudi official was received by his Egyptian counterpart. But what's the purpose of the meeting? All right, to enhance bilateral ties, particularly between the Saudi Shura Council and the Egyptian House of Representatives. The visit also aims to activate different committees aimed at increasing cooperation in different sectors. Okay, fair enough. Nothing particularly great there. Zuriyab Jamal, Abu Talha is certain that you are Shia in disguise. Lol. Is that true, Zuriyab Jamal? Not that I'm really bothered if you are or if you're not. Heads and Tails, History of the Saudi Halalas. Not interested in that. Startup of the Week, promoting Jeddah as bride of the Red Sea. Might be interested, not particularly. King Salman receives Saudi health officials. You see, in Saudi Arabia, that's news, right? The king receives Saudi officials. Imagine Theresa May. Imagine the BBC reporting on their front page. Prime Minister Theresa May receives her health officials at Downing Street. Why is that news? What are they actually telling us? Ziryab denied it and called Abu Talha. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to talk about Abu Talha behind his back, even if he considers me a disbeliever. Fahd bin Hamoud al-Anazi, Saudi Shura Council member. The face of this guy. What about his face? What the, the face of? What about his face? What? You want me to comment on his face? You're going to talk about his face in the article? Houthis committed more than 138 violations. So yeah, we saw that already. King Khalid University signs over 40 deals to boost research. It's all non-news. This newspaper has non-news.
Bro, it's because the country is so quiet. They have nothing to talk about.
You think so? Or they're not
Or
allowed
they
to
just
talk about
cover.
anything?
Show us
Show
some real
some real
news.
news. Okay, Kilowatt. Where do I get the real news from? Come on, tell me. It's going to be Twitter, isn't it?
Has to be. It has to be. What is that? Press TV.
Press TV. I'll check. We'll see. I'll check that in a minute. Damascus lights up its biggest Christmas tree. Look, go live if you're watching this. Look, Damascus lights up its biggest Christmas tree. Come on, what have you got to say about that? And this is news in the Arab News newspaper, like it's something great. Are you kidding? Definitely not from Alex Jones. Yeah, from Academic Speaking. Kilowatt says Astaghfirullah. Yeah. So you can understand
Mhm.
Go Live's position on these Middle Eastern governments when they're publishing stuff like this in a praiseworthy way in their newspaper.
That's true.
Um, Palestinians mark Christmas. See, another Christmas article amid Israeli restrictions. Why did anyway? UAE rebuts false allegations regarding Sheikh Al Latifa. Did you hear about this?
Bro, I don't know anything about these Arab news. I'm like at the
Yeah,
end of the world, man. I don't know anything
you're in New
about it.
Zealand. Okay, tell us a New Zealand newspaper that we can check out.
New Zealand newspaper.
Hold on a sec. Let me get answer Ziria.
Well, we have the local one over here. It's called ODT.
1 minute, 1 minute. Bear with me. So
It's not
I'm
going to
gonna
be as
try and
interesting
add
as Arab
Ziria.
news.
Add people. Real.
Is academic screeching? He's not a Muslim, is he?
Not yet. Inshallah soon.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. In the academic screeching. Inshallah soon you'll be a Muslim. May Allah guide you. There we go. Use Ziria. I'm adding you now, bruv. Yeah. Yeah, I've sent the invitation, Ziriab. What does Ziriab mean anyway?
Syria. Syria. I don't know. Interesting name. Inshallah. The percentage of Muslims in New Zealand, it's very low. It's probably like 1%, I would say. And then where I live, there's probably like 1,000 Muslims and a population of about 100,000 people.
Let's
As for the
see.
people as for the people of Sunnah, it's like 0.1%.
So how many? What city do you live in? Do you know, Dunya?
I live in Dunedin. You know, last time how you said Christchurch, that was interesting. Do you know? I'm sure you might know some people from Christchurch.
Christchurch.
Uh,
I don't know anybody from Christchurch. I used to work with somebody from there though. Years ago, he was a
oh.
lawyer.
Because I remember years ago when I first
He
started.
told me that it's common in New Zealand to walk around barefoot. Um,
Yeah. No, I remember years ago when I first started to practice, there was a few brothers I talked to online, and
yeah.
then they referred me to these guys in Christchurch,
Mm.
and they'll, I emailed them and stuff, and then they were just too extreme, Like there are some shuyukh here that have studied in Medina,
Yeah.
but they might have some opinions which are maybe not the common opinion. Like for example, one of them, he came up with an opinion that it's not just his opinion. There's other scholars that have preceded him about protesting and stuff. You know, if you follow the right procedure and stuff,
Assalamu
then it's
alaikum.
permissible. Walaikum salam.
Walaikum salam. Is
How
that
you guys doing?
Jaffa? How you doing, bro? DJ, sorry, DJ.
Alhamdulillah.
What's going on, DJ? You good?
Alhamdulillah. I just got home from the family went out to eat Italian today, so I'm full.
Nice. Alhamdulillah.
How are you guys doing?
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum
Alaikum
Alhamdulillah.
salam.
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 Who's that? Ziryab.
Yeah, yeah.
Big up, Ziryab. So we got DJ, we got Ziryab, we got Dino Vidunia from New Zealand. Can you believe it?
Assalamu alaikum.
Kilowatt. You sound bloated, brother. Our
Who
DJ
does?
is talking to
It's
you.
all them bloody carbs, mate.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dean,
I'm
what was
so
the name of that newspaper you told me?
Our local newspaper is called ODT, Otago Daily Times.
New Zealand. Sorry?
This
Oh,
is
what?
ODT.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Daily
that's it.
Times.
Just try ODT, it'll come up.
Otago Daily Times. All right.
Yeah. It's not going to be interesting, bro. Yeah, so I was saying before, so the sheikh, he had like the opinion that, you know, protesting is permissible in his opinion. So then these guys, they made a video and refuting him and everything, and it was just too much, man, you know? It's like, come on, bro. And then they said he's like not even a person of the Sunnah and he's this and that. Although, you know, I know the guy personally, you know? He's a nice guy.
Hmm.
He's done his PhD in Medina.
Oh, yeah?
The in New Zealand, bro, you have to be careful. Like, you know, there's like a few people of the Sunnah. You can't just put everyone off the boat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially from small things, man. This guy is not talking about things which are like about a aqidah or you know, it's just like a
Oh,
small maybe difference of opinion. Or even though I don't agree with him, doesn't mean you have to make him an innovator, bro. Like, come on, man.
yeah. Academic Screeching says 2013 census, 46,000 Muslims in New Zealand.
Yeah, like I said, that's about 1% Muslims
Hmm.
because it's about population of New Zealand is about almost 5 million.
Interesting news from New Zealand. A car rolls onto its side in Andy Bay crash. Great.
Yeah, I told you nothing interesting.
Small town. Nice beach.
Kilowatt. Nah, I'm not Lebanese. I'm Afghan.
So this is paragliders. Interesting.
yeah, they have those
I
in
got hit.
Florida over here too. Paragliders
Oh, you
by
have
my
that
house.
too. Mm.
Yeah, by my house.
What happened to them? Did they crash? Is that? Oh no! What a way to start Christmas Day is what it says. Go paragliding
Since
on a
this
nice
28.
beach.
Reactionary.
Yes, bruv.
Have you looked up or have you heard about the Institute for Statecraft yet?
Institute for what?
For statecraft.
No. What's that? Should I have a look?
Yeah, it's a fascinating
Institute
story that's developing in the UK for
for
statecraft.
statecraft. Okay.
I have to head off, boys. I got wrestling class. Nice talking to you guys.
Okay, bruv. Take care.
All right, take care, brother. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam wa
No,
rahmatullah.
walaikum salam.
Alaikum salam.
Oh, Academic Screeching said that the number of Muslims in New Zealand has risen 28% since 2006. Inshallah, hopefully it will increase a
You're only
few
gonna
more,
read.
100%. TJ Raspect still at large. We're waiting on you, bruv. Did you hear that, DJ?
What happened?
Kilowatt says Raspect is still at large. We're waiting on you.
they're having a fight right now. Blue Lion and Christian Malik, I think his name is.
Oh yeah, what's going
Yeah,
on with that?
I guess some magic. He's like, "Do you want me to put magic back on you?" And Christian is
Yeah.
saying something else. And now Blue Lion has a friend with him, and bro, like they are. they talk really slow, man. Like they lost a lot of brain cells already.
Yeah. They talk slow from drugs or from drink
Yeah,
or
yeah,
just
yeah.
slow.
Yeah, they were bragging about how much weed they smoked today and what they smoked today.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm just like, oh my god, let me turn this off now. But I think he was about to play Negrophobia right now.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
But we'll see what happens.
Wow.
What
Yeah.
is this promoting
So
peace and
this is
security?
actually that's their website. Yeah. So you're only gonna read corporate jargon on the website. But what you need to do is read about the developing story on any news outlet. But yeah, even like iNews, like the concise iNews, it's like mainstream media. Like the 20p
Yeah.
newspaper the I one.
Okay. So if
The
you look at the
Institute for
fellows,
Statecraft, iNews.
is it a think tank?
Yeah, it's a very dodgy one though. Like as I say,
Look at the
if
names of
you
the
pull
people
up
in
the
here.
iNews article on it,
Yeah.
yeah,
I was saying, look at the people in here.
yeah. This
What's
is yeah.
their
There's a lot of people in there.
what's their scope? Is it just Middle East or many other? Looks like they've got what they got? Kevin Abraham, youth engagement. David Alfrey,
This is all
defense.
corporate jargon. Forget their website. I'm telling you, you need to read up about the developing. What's occurring is essentially these nodes. But yeah, just look up. Forget their website, man. Why are you still scrolling through their website?
What is it about them that you're trying to let me know? Like, why did you
It's
bring them up?
the I brought them up because, as I said, it's a developing story. It's
What is a
a
developing
think tank,
story?
as you found out, and it's receiving money from a government body, and it's been doing some, let's say, untoward actions which they shouldn't really be doing, and they've got their registered addresses is somewhere in Edinburgh. But when the journalists went up there in Edinburgh
Mm-hmm.
in a woolen mill, they found that it was a disused woolen mill. So that wasn't their real headquarters, and their real headquarters is in London somewhere. Like I say, it's an interesting story.
Hey, why
Oh
don't we
wow.
Oh,
take the name of this
and it
guy
just so
and
happens
just
that the
look him up?
research fellow, yeah, if you put in iNews Institute for,
So Kevin Abraham.
so the head research fellow was a guy who went out, he graduated, and then he just so happened to find himself in the United States at the time that Bernie Sanders was going through his campaign, and he joined the Sanders campaign. So that kind of belies a left-leaning orientation. And then later on, he comes back to the UK and he sets up a anti-Russian uh, event where he invites military leaders and
Is it this guy?
Ukrainian thinkers and whatnot. No, not this guy. Yeah,
Major General Kevin
he might be one
Abraham.
of the people who was in. He might have been one of the people that were invited to that. Yeah, what I'm talking
He's
about.
a ex Royal Artillery officer. He's in the Army Reserves, honorary colonel of the University Officers Training Corps. Home is in Wiltshire.
Bro, this isn't the main guy, fam. I'm
That's not him.
saying, like, to get a concise overview of what's happening, just pull up the iNews article on the matter.
On what matter? What is it? What's the? I still don't understand what you're trying to tell me.
But this is what I'm telling you. If you put it in iNews,
Yeah,
not iTunes, iNews.
iNews
Yeah, Institute, yeah, for Statecraft.
Institute for Statecraft. Yeah.
Yeah. And that should just give you a quick overview of, yeah, that's it, the first one.
Exposed.
Yeah, that first one. No, what's that? No, go back. Yeah, that
This one.
first article, iNews.co.uk. Yeah, the first one. Yeah. There we
Okay.
go. That's the
Foreign
one.
Office investigates reports that Labour leader was attacked online by government-funded body. The Institute for Statecraft, which is based in Fife, was originally given Foreign Office money to counter online Russian propaganda. So what they're trying to say is that money dedicated to counter Russian propaganda was used to tarnish Jeremy Corbyn instead.
Yes, that's one of the.
So, Foreign Office Minister Sir Alan Duncan has launched an investigation into reports that the government provided thousands of pounds to fund a company that spread negative comments about Jeremy Corbyn and his staff online. Okay, so let's have a look. What's the actual name of this institute? Are they a company? Are they a charity? Let's have a look here. If you really want to know information about them, we can investigate. So what do you know about this institute so far, Zuriab?
That have been masquerading as a think tank and nominally receiving funds from the FCO for countering Russian propaganda, but there's two major problems. One being that their registered address is in Fife, as the article suggests, in Scotland. But when
that's their address. Do you see that? You see that on my screen?
When they've gone up for that, it's a disused mill, basically.
Yeah, so if we take this postcode. Okay, so this is their registered address. This mill, Gateside Mills.
Yep.
Yeah. It didn't need anyone to go and drive up there.
Do you know of a fellow called Craig Murray?
Yeah. Is it the same organization?
No. Craig Murray is an ex-ambassador of the UK.
Oh, him. Yeah. To Uzbekistan.
Yeah, if you look him up, he's got an article on it. He's actually broken the story.
So they're near Edinburgh or Dundee, those ends of Scotland. Okay. Well, that's the registered address. And their main nature of business is support services, not elsewhere classified. Filing history. Let's look at people. Their current officers are Daniel Lafayette. Have you heard of that person? And Anthony Roderick Cook. Sorry, Anthony Roderick Chichester Bancroft Cook. His address is 2 Temple Place. That might be the address of his accountancy firm, to be honest.
That's exactly where the real offices are. Yeah.
Okay. So let's just do a search on this chap. Who this guy is. Google. Okay, St. Anthony's College. So this guy is from Oxford University. You see his email address there. Okay. Mr. Daniel Lafayette. That's his email address. You see that, Zuriab?
Yeah.
So he's, is he a teacher? He's a co-founder and director of the Institute for Statecraft. Wide experience in international affairs, working with both the UK and foreign governments. A senior associate fellow at the Advanced Research and Assessment Group at the Defence Academy of the UK. So he's military affiliated. He specialized in the development and implementation of capacity building projects for high-level governance of the security sector. Blah, 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 blah. So he has a military history, legal background, and career as an entrepreneur. He's a senior member, St. Anthony's College, University of Oxford.
Statecraft had their email, they had their servers hacked, and a lot of their internal documents were leaked, and that's the cause of the iNews is just scratching at the surface. If you look up the Institute for Statecraft leaks, you'll find the internal documents that have been leaked.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's fine. But what I'm sort of interested from what you're telling me now is who are the people behind it? Okay, so when you look at the official registration documents of this company, this is the key chap. His name is Mr. Daniel Lafayette. He's accountable legally for this organization. All right. And he is what is he? He's a senior member at St. Anthony's College. Now, what does that mean? What does senior member mean? Is he a teacher? Because in the universities, colleges, they normally have fellowships. As for senior member, so he's somehow involved in that college. He's a member of the Law Society of Scotland, so he must be a solicitor. Okay. So Daniel Lafayette. Can we get any images of this chap? Is that him?
The Integrity Initiative is another rabbit hole you might want to go down.
It's interesting because, like, one of my previous live streams, we were looking into someone called Daniel Pipes. So we learned a lot about him and his involvement with the far right growth in the UK. But now we're looking at this guy called Daniel Lafayette. So he's affiliated with the UK military. He's receiving government funding, yet he's doing activities against Her Majesty's opposition, or if you want to call it the opposition to the government. Is this his picture? I doubt it. So I did a search for images and I can't see anything that identifies clearly this chap. Oh, Spooky HQ, Tap Newswire. That's the Gateside Mills. That's not him. Mr. Lafayette. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. It's an interesting name, isn't it? Lafayette. Is that French? Daniel Lafayette. The peerage, a genealogical survey of the peerage of Britain, as well as the royal families of Europe. So that name Lafayette. So Hector John Lafayette was born December 7th, 1996. He's the son of Daniel Lafayette. So he has a son called Hector, and he has a wife called Fiona Catherine Gatty. So you see that, bro? Zuriab, that's everything you need to know about this chap. It's all there. Now, are they trying to say that he is from a royal lineage?
Don't they all say that they're from royal lineage?
Yeah, everybody makes that claim. Apparently, David Cameron is. So is Boris Johnson. Even that dude from EastEnders. What's his name? Oh dear. The guy, I forgot his name. Some actor in EastEnders claims to be from royal lineage as well. So that makes them special. They're not commoners. They're aristocracy. So who's this person? Fiona Gatty. I'm not too interested. But yeah, that's how you find out who people are and what they're about and their affiliations. So it looks like this institute is actually part of the military industrial complex. I think Zuriab's gone. Can't see him anywhere.
You still in here?
He's still here, Zuriab.
Oh, he left.
So what's new, DJ?
Yeah, nothing much, man. It's Christmas Eve here, and went out to eat, and then got home and I started watching Rat Specs live, and then that's about it. Just hanging out. How about you guys? What'd you do all day?
Not much. I did some cooking, some cleaning.
Yeah. What'd you
Yeah.
cook? Something good?
I made some mango avocado salad. Add eggs,
Oh
seasoned with
wow,
other stuff. Yeah, just it
that
makes a
sounds.
change from ordering pizza. So
Oh wow, pizza, man. I haven't ate pizza for like maybe like 3 months now.
yeah, it's quite
So
satisfying eating your own cooking. That to be honest, quite nice.
yeah. Have you ever tried deep dish pizza?
What? Tried what?
Deep dish.
No,
It's a Chicago's very
deep
own.
dish.
Yeah, it's called deep dish.
Mm.
You put
We
the
have deep
topping.
pan pizza, but no, I haven't had a deep dish.
Yeah, try deep dish. It's really good. I like New York. You know what? The only thing I like about New York style pizza is that they use authentic cheese that they use from like Italy.
Yeah,
Because they have you have to have the right cheese for the taste.
yeah,
If you eat from like Domino's and pizza, that's not real pizza.
mm.
The cheese is very commercialized,
Yeah. That's true.
concentrated. But when you go to like an authentic like Chicago or Italian pizza like New York style whatever,
Yeah,
they use buffalo cheese, I believe.
yeah. So was
So you taste it.
where's buffalo cheese come from? Isn't buffalo? Oh, buffalo. You have male and female buffalo as well. It's not just male buffalo. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
milk from the buffalo.
yeah,
I saw this documentary once where in Italy where they had to go to school to learn how to make pizza, and they had to get
yeah,
authorized and certified to
yeah.
sell authentic Italian pizza.
Mm. I think this is the wife of Mr. Lafayette. Her name's Fiona Gatti. This is her CV. She's also at Oxford University. She has a background in banking.
Was this Fiona?
Yeah. So Zuriab was asking us to look at that institute of whatever they were called. We found Mr. Lafayette was behind it. This is his wife. So they both work at Oxford University in different colleges of the university. And she has a background in
So,
working for banks. She was
so,
working for Sotheby's auctioneers as well.
so what is he trying to say? Like, or what are they trying to say that they're scamming the money and using it for something else, or?
Well, it's either they are using the money to defame Jeremy Corbyn without the government's knowledge, or the government instructed them to do so under the guise
Mm.
of donating the money for other purposes. So it's either they were complicit or they weren't complicit. Either
Oh,
way,
okay.
it was misused. What we haven't seen so far tonight is where the proof is that they were funding anti-Corbyn an anti-Corbyn agenda.
Yeah, I'm not sure. How long have you guys been talking about this?
He just brought it up just before you came on, or just as you came on.
Yeah.
It's interesting how people get to this type of follow this type of career path.
Are you live?
Yeah. Yeah, she done voluntary work.
I just noticed it said live on my phone. I was like, oh, I thought we were discussing something. Um,
Ra's al
so
Asad, Ra's al Asad, the head of the lion, has asked me a question. He said, "Is your dad Majid Nawaz? Is my dad Majid Nawaz?" Okay. The answer to that, Ra's al Asad, is no. Who is Majid Nawaz? You talking about the guy on LBC radio now? He's not my dad, if that's what you're asking.
wow, Majid Nawaz, huh?
You know who that is, DJ?
Yeah. Isn't he? He comes on BBC and all these other places. He's like against Islam. I guess people think he's against Islam or Muslims or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't
he's
know
right
anything
wing or
about him.
something.
Honestly, I don't
Yeah,
know
I don't
anything
know.
about him.
Yeah, I've heard him like in people's videos and stuff like that.
Ra's al Asad said, Majid Nawaz is your colleague. Majid Nowruz, says JK. Nowruz.
Hey, you should invite brother Abdul.
He said Majid is a waste man too. Sorry, what did you say?
Should we invite brother Abdul? He's
Yeah, man,
awake.
bring him on. Bring him on.
Let me
Do
see.
you know how to invite him, or do I have to do it?
Let me try it. Yeah, I think you have to do it.
Okay, let's try.
You saw my Blue Lion fighting right now on Raspeck show right now.
Mm.
I'll watch it later when I got popcorn and stuff.
What's his name? Brother Abdul. Let's see.
I just set up a new projection TV. My man cave. I have a
Yeah.
man cave here, right? So I'll set you up with my son right
What's
away.
the, DJ? I'm not
Yeah.
sure how to add Brother Abdul.
Yeah, let me try. Hold on a second. You're right. Okay, cool. Got him.
Awesome. Cheers, mate.
Yeah. So I bought this projection television, right? It was on sale for Christmas.
Yeah.
It goes across the whole wall, right? So I buy the screen and everything.
Yeah.
And my son's all into YouTube. He's 5 years old, so he watches YouTube almost all day. So I walk away, and I don't know how he figured out how to turn it on, but he turns on the projection television and he starts watching YouTube.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, because I was trying to find the manual on how to use it.
Hmm.
And he just knew what to do. And I was like, oh my God. Like,
It's true. I don't know. Young people, kids, they master technology real quick.
yeah, man. I mean, I still remember when I had the 486K when I was a kid.
Hmm.
Packer Bell. I don't know if
Yeah.
you remember those.
Mm-hmm.
And then we used to have the typewriters to type up papers and had a whiteout in case you messed
Yeah.
up. So yeah, man, these kids are so advanced, man. How'd you learn how to do that? He's like, oh, I just pressed this and this,
Hmm.
and I clicked Netflix. I was like, what the hell? Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Walaikum salam. What's going on, my brothers?
Walaikum
Good,
salam,
good,
Brother
brother.
Abdul. Big up, brother. How you doing?
Alhamdulillah. Everything's good.
Yes.
So I had some Italian food, bro. I had chicken Alfredo fettuccine, um, some minestrone soup, Caesar salad. Hey, have you guys tried this dessert? I don't know if you guys tried this dessert before. It's a brownie with the vanilla ice cream, hot fudge with cream.
Bruv, please stop talking about it because you're making me hungry.
Oh, sorry.
There's nowhere open at 2 o'clock in the morning right now for me to order it.
Oh yeah, that's right. You 5 hours up, right? Oh
Yeah.
man, my bad, man. My bad,
Kilowatt says, Jaffa, who is Blue Lion?
bro. Blue Lion. Okay. Now the first time I met Blue Lion was on Rat's show, and I was actually on the site, like in the chat.
Is he a Kemet,
And
first of all?
no,
No.
he said he was Muslim, right? And he started off, talking about Islam, and I don't know. I think he smoked something, and then he became a new person, right? So he became his name was something else before. It was like something with the M or something. And once he smoked that pipe, he became Blue Lion, right? So that was like his inner, energy or something, Blue Lion energy, whatever. Anyways, this guy claims that he's Muslim, but then he says that he's Allah also, astaghfirullah. He says he's the son of God. And when he starts quoting the Quran, he actually starts quoting the Bible instead, right?
Mm.
And when you start looking at the Quran, we're like, wait a second, that's the Bible verse. He's like,
Yep.
well, what does he say? He's like, I'm too close to the Quran. My energy field is too much, something like that. I think he says that he's a Rasta as well,
Mm.
right? And he says that Rasta is the new Islam,
Okay.
and Siyasi is a prophet as well, right? What's his name?
Haile Selassie.
Haile Selassie is his prophet or whatever. But the thing is that the guy is all over the place, and then when you start saying, "Hey, man, you know what? You're wrong," then he just goes crazy, like into a tangent, and he just starts talking about you, like left to
Mm.
right. Lately, he's been doing magic on people, all right, and using idols and stuff like that on the Quran and stuff like that. I mean, and the thing is that the person who was moderating was letting him do it
Yeah.
when he knows
Interestingly,
that. Yeah, when he
Academic
knows it's
Screeching
wrong.
says, I think Shamsi does a better job than Majid Nawaz. Okay. Kilowatt says
Mavi
he's a
Nawaz.
part of God, apparently, regarding Blue Lion.
Yeah, I mean he's doing a lot of shit and stuff like that, man. But the thing is, that I think he's just confused, man, on what he's reading. Um, Sometimes when he's sober, he'll talk about Islam, right?
He's a Sufi, Rasta, Christian, Muslim, Jew, or something like that, says
Yeah, I
Academic
mean,
Screeching.
yeah, whatever he smokes that day, that's what he is, right? So, bro, like, okay, this is how funny it is, right? I was in a room once with him and somebody else, right? And I was doing something, so I just went on mute because they were talking.
Hmm.
And now this guy doesn't get along with nobody, right? So the person that he was talking to was kind of new. He just met him, and he started agreeing with Blue Lion. So Blue Lion just got like this, like when you get like a thing in your head, like oh shit, like I met somebody, right?
Hmm.
Like so he was like, oh my god, he got all like excited, like oh my god, and I'm just listening, like what the hell's going on, right? And the other guy's like, what happened? He said, oh my god, we got to exchange numbers,
Hmm.
and I'm just sitting just laughing, right? And then the guy's like, why? He's like, you're the first one that understands what I mean. And the guy was only like, yeah, yeah, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. That's all you say, right? I understand what you're saying. They're trying to be
Yeah.
nice, right? But the blue light guy thought that he actually knew exactly what he was saying, right? But nobody was really understanding what he was saying.
Hmm.
Anyway, so it felt like he met his Messiah, right, or something, right?
Hmm.
So they're trying to go to a private chat. He's like, hey, call me privately, man. And the guy's like, no, man, Jafar, DJ's in here. It's gonna be rude if I just leave and DJ's here by himself. So he's like, no, you gotta call me, bro. You gotta call me. I gotta talk to you, bro. I gotta talk to you. Like something like something very very big is about to happen, right? So, anyways, he's like, no, I'm not gonna leave. So we're back in there, and so I come back in the conversation. I'm like, so what's going on, guys? What are you guys talking about? He's like, nothing, bro, nothing. And I'm like, what do you mean? I heard everything, right? So I was just like playing stupid. Said nothing. And he's like, hey, do you hear this? And I'm like, no. He's like, can you hear this? Can you hear this? And he's clicking his pen, right? And he's
Yeah.
telling the guy, I'm right, right? I'm right. So I'm like, writing, stuff like that. So he's like, I'm right, right? I'm right. I'm like, bro, I don't even know what you're talking about, man. I just jumped back into this conversation. So
Hmm.
he's telling the guy, he's like, bro, follow me. And the guy's like, what do you mean follow you? He's like, look, I've been waiting for you. You're the one. And I'm like, dude. And I'm like, yo, bro, don't listen to him, bro. He's a little wacko a little bit. He's like, DJ is he's an agent. Watch out for him. I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, what the hell? I'm like, now I'm an agent. He's like, don't listen to him. He's an agent. Follow me. I'm right, right? I'm right. And bro, he actually turns on his camera and the guy has this big ass pipe on his mouth, smoking something, right?
Mm.
And the beard is huge, like he's never cut it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's not even trimmed, bro. It's just like everywhere, and long ass hair. Like I was like, oh shit, and then he turns it off. He's like, follow me, follow me, and he goes all crazy and shit. And then
Right. So Lassad said that Blue Line was on a live stream with Raj yesterday doing black magic for 1 hour.
yeah, bro, yeah. He was
Anyhow,
trying to do
this I just found something. This charitable trust, TempletonWorldCharity.org. They may have something to do with this that company that the brother was talking about earlier.
Oh,
This institute or whatever it is, because the lady, the wife of Mr. Lafayidni, she was the program advisor for that charity. An annual budget of $6 million. She developed grant proposals, blah 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 blah. Set up an head office in Nassau, Bahamas. Yeah, I think that charity must have some links. Okay, JK, I'm correct, right? You're a Raj fan, so you know I'm speaking truth. Okay. Yeah, where's Brother Abdul? You still there?
Yeah, I'm here, Habibi.
Yeah, what's new in the States?
Uh, Same thing, different day, basically. What can I say?
Hmm. You know, we were looking at the news earlier, and they were saying that in Saudi Arabia, they've just granted the first job to a robot in the government.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Does like the does the
is the
robot
robot Muslim?
does the robot yeah, is the robot
That's,
a Muslim? Does the robot get a salary? Does the robot get a lunch break?
did the robot have to go for a job interview? There we go. There it is.
Is
Saudi
he
Yeah.
allowed to
Arabia's
drive?
first robot gets its first job at government entity. Look at that. But interestingly, the article was not written by anybody. It was just written by Arab News.
Interesting.
I
Yeah,
wonder how he
newspapers
took
are
the
a
Shahada.
joke. Yeah, yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Who wrote the robot's CV? Did he write it himself? Or it? Is it he or a she?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Right. Can he drive? Can he or she drive? Is he
How
allowed to
old is the
drive?
They have to wear a
robot?
hijab.
What's the
Huh?
age of
How
the
old is
robot?
it?
How
Doesn't
many
Amazing.
say.
wives? How many wives can he have? You know.
What nationality is the robot? What's the race or whatever?
Well, it must be a Saudi because they don't give jobs in government to non-Saudi.
Bro, you gotta watch this. You gotta watch this. Rat show, bro. It's ridiculous right now. I
Yeah,
am about to like. I'm gonna go pray and do some wudu and like take a cold shower, bro. Um,
yeah, I don't watch
stuff
that
with
kind of
love,
stuff.
bro.
If
Stuff
there's
with love.
magic and all that, I stay
Stuff
away
with
from
love.
it.
Gotta stay away from that people, man. Hey, you know what?
I
Did you?
yeah.
What was that?
What are you gonna say?
I was watching. Here I'm gonna send you this link.
Mm.
I watch a lot of these. You know how people mess around with scammers on the phone
Oh yeah.
because I do that too, right?
Really?
And I was thinking about starting a channel myself. 'Cause I get phone calls all the time and I play around with them all the time, right?
Yeah.
So I know some people that do phone calls with scammers, and I shared one of them where he actually shares the screen, but he deletes all the scammers screen desktop files, and he saves it on his files. So he takes the files first, and he deletes the scammer's files, and the scammer
Yeah.
calls him back saying, "Hey, I need your access again." Right?
Mm.
And he's like,
Yeah.
"No, I can't give you my access anymore. I took all your credit card numbers and everything."
Yeah.
So, anyways, so I was gonna send you this link. So one day, my uncle is he's a political leader in India.
Mm.
And one day I sent him a message, and I was like, look at this video. It's so sad that these people are making such a bad name for us. Because remember before it used to be Nigerians or somewhere like in the UK
Yeah.
that were doing these scams, right? Remember like hey my bank or something $5 million. I need you to cash it out for me because I can't do it and this and that.
Hmm.
So, anyways, let me show you. What else? I'll send you a link in the back chat. You gotta take this out, man. So this is what my uncle sends me back. So I copy the link here. So 126 were arrested, and this is the same exact one that's I don't know. You guys might be familiar with this one too. I'm sure Brother Abdul might be familiar with this one. What's that? Where is he at? Here, I'm sending you a link now.
JK says to Ras Al Asad, thanks for the takfir, by the way. Anytime, bro. I give one takfir for free, but you have to pay for your one, bro.
Let me go ahead and take a look at that. Maybe you want to share it too, maybe.
Okay, let's try that. Is it a video? Copy link. Okay. Let's put that here. NDTV, that's an Indian news station. 126 arrested in biggest Noida fake call center bust in Indo-US Canada op.
Yeah, so they arrested 126 Indians for the scam of the
Yeah.
IRS, right? The IRS scams. Now, get this, like, in the video I shared, right? These guys were boasting that I'm glad I'm taking the USA's money. They're boasting it, right? We don't care. We enjoy taking money from the USA's.
You know, Indian police wear British Army clothing. There's some British military clothing that they're wearing. It's called barracks dress. Can you hear me?
Yeah, they,
Oh, okay.
I
Something happened to the page. Okay.
I can't see the screen though.
Can you see can you see the web page?
No,
It crashed and just came back. So Ras Al Asad said that's because India are slaves of Brits. Man, don't worship graves out here. Okay. So the call center solicited money up to $3,500 from US citizens by intimidating them with arrest by the FBI over stolen social security numbers. Okay. Did you say you were involved in catching them, DJ?
Well, I gave it to my uncle.
Yeah.
Because my uncle's head party leader.
Yeah.
So he looks through these things. So every time I send him something, like a few days later, someone gets caught. You know.
Yeah.
But this one was, I believe, an FBI sting as well. So FBI and everybody was involved in this too. But he said it to me because I sent him that video. I was like, why can't you guys do something about this? So he said, we did.
JK says Jaffa sounds like he's getting slapped up by somebody in the back.
Oh yeah, my mom's the background.
What's on the main NDTV page? Karnataka is the state where Bangalore is. I remember I visited Bangalore, and Karnataka is the name of the state. In UK, you get remanded into custody In Indo-Pak, there's something called physical remand. They beat the soles of your feet. Does that mean you don't get arrested? You don't? Do they beat your feet and then let you go? I think I would rather that than have to go into prison, to be honest.
So the police beat you no matter what, man. Like you went to let's say they bring you in for questioning. They'll beat you
Yeah.
until you answer their questions. Um, which is crazy. Like you got the authority to do that, you know?
Yeah. Priyanka's first Christmas celebrations with Nick looks like this. Who's Nick? Academic Screeching says, reactionary, are you aware of Sargon of Akkad? If so, what are your thoughts on him?
That's how Nick Jonas, the singer in the US.
Nick John, yeah?
Jonas. The
Nick
Jonas Brothers?
Jonas.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Jonas Brothers. Remember the Jonas Brothers?
Yeah, I've heard of them. I don't know anything about
Yeah,
them.
they're like a Disney group or whatever, singing group. They're brothers. So he has his own group now.
Yeah. Academic Screeching, is it ever okay to make takfir? Ras Al Asad, what do you say to that? Is it ever okay to make takfir? Well, the answer is yes. You have to make takfir. It's always required to make takfir. Meaning you make takfir of the disbelievers. You declare them to be disbelievers. Kuffar. They're not Muslims. So it doesn't mean you're insulting people or anything or mistreating them. It just means you recognize a disbeliever to be a disbeliever. Academic Screeching, yeah, takfir is fine if it's done with wisdom. There's conditions. Ras Al Asad, hold on. What was your answer in regards to Sargon reactionary? I saw, maybe it might be about 2 years ago. I think before the Brexit vote, I must have seen a couple of videos from Sargon of Akkad. He sounded quite reasonable or rational in his discussions. But then I found some inconsistencies. In spite of his rational, logical thinking, he tended to be pushing what they call the alt-right agenda and talking points, which wasn't consistent with his logical approach and balanced approach on topics. So I came to the conclusion personally that he's part of the alt-right funded Islamophobia agenda, because he was pushing the fake news about Islamic rape gangs in Sweden and Germany and all that. So yeah, I think he's part of the Islamophobia group, Daniel Pipe's team. I don't know if he's changed or if he's still on that, but I stopped listening to him when I came to that conclusion. Yeah. JK, he was nervous and fluffed it. He's talking about Joe Rogan. Oh, Sargon of Akkad was on Joe Rogan, was he? Yeah. Joe Rogan's also on the Islamophobia tip as well. Never gives an impartial chance for Islam to be represented on his channel. He always has Islamophobes talking about it. So yeah, we can see through the smoke. Reactionary, he's not alt-right. He has hours of debates online against the ethno-nationalists. You're so wrong on that one. I'm talking about 2 years ago when I was listening to him. I don't know if he's changed